Alright, we'll jump back in here. Took a little bit of a break to watch the SpaceX splashdown. Pretty cool watching astronauts make it back safely. So now we'll rock out a few more games. Another 2 mana. I think we're going to go for it again. It's a nice thing with a lot of these low mana cost elves. You can get away with not having too many lands. Hopefully. Want to reach. Alright, can't attack with the 2/2. Now need to block here. Swing in. See if he swings. If he does, we'll... Nope. Alright. I think this is going to be the best method, is get rid of that ogre. And now I can swing in safely here. Kind of surprised he didn't swing in. I'm going to go ahead and swing here. See if he sacrifices any creatures before I play that 4/4. He's going to let it go through. Then I'll go ahead and put this guy down. We'll have him for defensive player. What we got here? Need a few mana until we can play this, but we've got quite a few.
You bet I'm passionate about pyromancy.
See if she starts picking our players, picking our elves off. That was a pretty good draw for him. Yep. Figured that'd be the best target. Alright, let's play this and see if we can't. Alright, now. See if we can target him. Go through, deal some damage. I'm going to go ahead and swing them both. And if they want to try to double up on that 4/4, we'll clear the board here a little bit. I am totally alright with that. Get rid of 2 of the creatures. Deal some damage to their planeswalker.
Like I'd think this through.
land down. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the same trick on this guy. And then we can go ahead and get rid of this Planeswalker. That is something we want to get off the board. We still have the 1/1 and the 3/3 as defensive players. I'm okay letting that go through. There we go. Good guys win. Getting those dailies. Go ahead and sneak in another one here. It's a good combo having the low cost elves and then the higher cost behemoths and beasts that can really do some serious damage. So it's nice to be able to get some of those elves out earlier in the game. Kind of save up and then play some of these bigger ones. We've actually got 3 lands this time, but not 2. These are some pretty high cost ones. This is really limited against flying and enchantment. Not the best opening hand. In fact, I think we're going to mulligan this one. Get the free one, you might as well. Looking much better. Let's say that's a keeper. Interesting, doesn't look like we have anything from the elf. Oh, yeah, actually, we have that. The first one we drew was from the elf deck. Nothing to do for the first 2 turns, but once we hit turn 3, got to play. Got 2 3-mana cards, so essentially within the next 2 turns, we can get another land. We can get our Planeswalker out. A little bit of a slow start, but it looks, there's the land that we needed. It's looking like our opponent had a pretty slow start here too. I like the fact that this was hexproof from black, seeing how he had some black cards there. I think that could give some protection. And if nothing else, if he gets a count +1/+1 on this, we can swing in, and the only thing he'll have as an option is to sacrifice the beetle, and those things can build up pretty quickly, so getting that off the board would be very beneficial for us. No play, no lands, huh? Well, we have a 4/2. And now we can do the trample here. That might be a good move for us. Let's go ahead and swing. See if he's willing to sacrifice both of his creatures. He might have something to boost this with. Or not. Alright. Does not look like... Wow. Not a single creature card in any of those. That is pretty amazing. Might as well come out with the 4/4 here. I was thinking of putting the Planeswalker out, and then I could have +1'd him and put a 3/3 counter on him. Would have dealt a little bit more damage, but then they would have swung in, done some damage to the Planeswalker. This way we got a 4/4 coming out. We'll be able to boost one of these guys. He must not have had any land draws. Alright. Not too bad. Keep claiming them. Let's keep rolling with it. Kind of surprised we haven't run into any blue decks. It seems like on Jumpstart, the last couple of times I've played, it's been spirit decks, and yeah, we've got some. Again with the 2 lands, but I think we can find a way. Sniper with reach. We'll take it. Alright, let's swing in for the point. Oh, flying creature here. Interesting. Let's go ahead and put that land card down. Well, let's give him the option to sacrifice his 2/2 for our 2/1. See, yep. Let's go through. It's not going to do much for us right now. You know, I can save the Titanic Growth, and then if he comes in, gives me the option to take him out with reach. Puts us behind a 4/2. I think that might be... It's a little bit of a conservative play. Oh, let's get that 4/2 out there and swing in. Make sure this, whenever you cast an enchantment. Yeah, that might be something we want to get off the board if he has some enchantments. End up with a massive flyer. We're going to go ahead and we're going to take 2. I'm alright with that. This is the way we're going to want to go. And we're going to hold her back to try to block that. Happy to get it off the board. Do some damage. Sadly, we don't have enough mana right now to block that. Could do some pretty good damage here. Alright, we got 6, 7, 8. Liking getting this out.
I love the smell of mulch in the morning.
And we're going to be a little sneaky here. We're going to go ahead, we're going to plus this guy.
Out of our way.
And then we're going to attack with him. Now my thought process is this person's going to swing in for that Planeswalker. We have this Titanic Growth with reach, so we'd end up tapping these 2, this elf and this land to get enough mana to potentially set that guy up and wipe him off the board. What we're hoping for is he doesn't throw another enchantment on there. Even if he does, if he swings in here, leaves us open, then we have enough on the board to take him out. So what we're looking to do now we need to pass. let's choose our blocker, and let's see what he has for enchantments. Nothing that was instant speed, no flash cards. Couple of 1/1s. Not too bad.
I like to think big.
Let's swing with all of them. He's probably going to try to double up, take where. Hey, I'll take it. Unless he can pull something out here. What is he? Nope. Not a bad run here. What we got? Solidarity. Claim prize. Let's keep the train rolling. Two lands again. You know what? Let's. I think we can make it as well. We do have some pretty high cost cards down here, but at least we have a turn 2 play. Hoping to get the land draw. Defender at least. This is where we get in trouble if we don't draw some lands. And we did. But even with everything we have going on right now, I don't think it's worth playing these out right now. At this point, we're hoping to get another land, or potentially see if we can't draw some of our low mana cost elves. Get those coming out. Zombie vampire. Alright, now we know what we're dealing with. Yeah, nothing. There's the land we needed. I think at this point it's actually beneficial to put out the 3/3.
I like animals better than people.
Speaking of animals, let's give her Wolf a little pet there. You know, I think it's going to be beneficial for us to use the defender. Let's see what kind of. Nothing. So you're going to try to exile? No?
That was a short hunt.
Well, the nice thing is we now have a 3/3 that we can actually attack with, so. This is nice because we'll put that on there. And that really helps with the card draw. Alright. Come on now. Nothing we can do here. Couple of different options. Honestly, one of the best things we can do is clear that off the board. And we'll keep swinging. Let's keep wiping the board. I can do this all night. There we go. Burned some of his spells up, cleared the board. Not too bad. All right. All right, we're going to swing in. Let's see how he decides to block this. That's what we were hoping for. Let's go fishing. See if we can find a planeswalker. Oh. This will draw us a card. We'll get that played down. Not too bad. This guy will actually draw once he deals combat damage, so. Let's see what the opponent has. Madness Dreamer. Sweet victory. Continuing to win. Let's keep it rolling. Feel like we have to end off on a loss. Alright, 3 lands. We got some pretty expensive cards here. I'm going to switch them up. There we go. Now we're seeing some entry level costs there. It's one of the things when you choose 2 of the decks in Jumpstart that are both the same color is you have to play these Thriving Groves, which they put in there in case you have, but like right now when I don't have any plays, it's okay to put it in, randomly pick a color, comes in tapped, so that way I can get that on the board without getting behind on that. They're nice when you have decks that are alright, let's get this elf down, someone would play that. Forest beast. That's a pretty nice looking beast, but we're pretty low on mana. As much as I hate doing it, I think we're going to draw the land there. That's going to open up some of these later plays. Get some creatures on the board. Discard a card. Now I'm thinking we're going to want to get rid of that land. And we get one back, so I like it. Probably could have swung in with that 1/1 and see if he wanted to trade it for the rat, but I'm alright with him keeping that on the board. No non-creature card for you there, bud. Keep the train going. Flying with Death Touch. That just seems mean. Do not have a creature 4 or higher. Let's go ahead and swing in. This is getting close. In fact, I probably should have stayed back that turn and then played this on the following turn, especially with that occurring right now. Oof. Just tap it just to get the mana for no reason. Remember back when that would give you mana burn. Still looks like we're gonna all right. We're able to clear through some creatures there. Reward card. Claim the firstborn. Nice. I feel like we gotta keep it going. Yeah, these two decks just seem to have a lot of components that play well with each other. 3 lands, canopy, not much going on in this hand. Let's mulligan it up. I'm liking that better. Problem is we don't have an elf to play off of this, which isn't the end of the world, but it's pretty nice if you can avoid it. So we'll get the 2/2 out there without the 1/1. Especially against a red deck, I got a feeling we're going to have some cards coming at us here pretty quick, so kind of difficult to not. Yeah, we could throw this on there and start creating some 1/1s. That's beneficial if we have something that boosts our elves up. Let's see if he wants to trade, especially for a card with. Yeah, we'll take it. Don't like that with the prowess, with it able to boost it up with some of the red spells here. Swinging in, see if they block. Nope. Yeah, we're talking. We'll get the 4/4 out there, but now that we have the Arc Druid that gives +1/+1 to other elf creatures, this is when this actually starts. Especially if you can get it on a card with Defender, something like that. That it really starts paying for itself at that point. But right now, we're gonna swing in with both. See how they react. We got a. Oh, they're gonna take it. It cuts their life in half, so I'm all right with that. Here's that Defender card, but you know what? Let's stay on the offensive. Let's get this Elf Shaman in here. That opens up us playing this and then attacking for we're one away from being able to do that, but let's go ahead and boost them up. They're going to have to block here. They're going to have to block, I would imagine. Huh? They are going to let us go for the victory. Interesting. Wasn't sure if they were going to try to hold out there. Not a bad streak going here. Let's go ahead and open that pack. Alright, nothing new, but we did pick up a rare card. Let's keep it rolling. Lots of lands, not too much going on. I am going to use that free mulligan. I'm liking that better. All sorts of 1/1 counters there. See if they have some enchantments coming out, and then we can actually utilize the Crushing Canopy. You know, I'm gonna block that. I know he's gonna go ahead and put a counter on it, but rather get the card off the table and played him instead of the Arc Druid so that I could potentially use that as another blocker and then get this out to boost him up for an attack the following turn. Change his plan slightly because I'm going to want to get rid of this flying card, so doing that, I am actually, let's get rid of the flying card. And then instead of playing the forest, which would be not used for anything, we're going to do the Thriving Grove. Pick a color, comes in tapped, that way it's ready to go next turn around. And I'm going to start swinging, start doing some damage, get on the aggressive front here, see if he keeps swinging in. He is going to have the ability, 2 more land cards to start putting some counters on this guy. Let's go ahead and get him off the board. We'll continue to do some damage. As long as we're handing the beating out, I'm okay going back and forth if he's not willing to hold back a blocker. Let's get our land out here. Let's do that 7-3. It's going to make him think a little bit about swinging in. Alright. This guy, neither one of them has lifelink. So, let's go ahead and swing. See what he wants to do. So now we're not going to boost him. Right now, getting the 4-3 out I think is going to be more beneficial. Pretty decent life gain for him. He could swing in. Probably a good move. We don't have any way to counter that. But now that gives us the opportunity to swing in both of our creatures. See how he decides to block, and we'll utilize the Titanic Growth to take that out. So instead of getting rid of him, that clears the board for us. Let's go ahead and get a free card out of the deal here. Gives us another 4 creature. Lots of flying. Play this, we should get the card draw. And I think, whew, if he has any way to boost any of these cards, we're in trouble. And he does. I didn't even see that gives it a 2-2. So there we go. Not too bad. Pretty good run, and that was actually a pretty close game. If I was able to get any more of the crushing canopies or the sniper. You know, this is the, of course, the one time you play a flying deck, your elf card with reach is nowhere to be seen that you have the rest of the time. But that was a pretty good streak there. I'm not sure, including the first game we pre-recorded, probably about 8 victories in a row there. So not a bad way. Just wanted to show you guys the combination. I think that actually goes together pretty well, and it's actually a pretty fun deck. Synergizes together pretty well. But hope you enjoyed.